iDiski Times, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Golden Arrows 1, Mamelodi Sundowns 1. MTN 8 semi-final, interesting game. 6th minute, beautiful goal by Nqobeko Dlamini. From around 30 yards out, Yamshaya. Onyango Junior Kanye. I was tempted to ask Junior Kanye when was I would you have saved that? But anyways, that was a good goal, beautiful goal by Dlamini. Sundowns try to play their football for like 70 minutes. They just play their football. At one point, they decide to change it. They put Ukutumela and Pavel Safranco, which then meant Uguti Bazoya White, and then they're gonna try and cross it, which is not their style, but it worked out for them because Mlungwana was having problems with handling. Joseph Makhanya is always our analyst. A very interesting game because we always complained about 0-0 and these teams not getting anything from Sundowns, no Pirates, no Chiefs. Today though, Arrows didn't play so well in terms of play, but something happened for them and they didn't lose the game.
Greetings to viewership, Nqobeko.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you felt Uti, they wanted to influence the outside factors like your field, the weather conditions. They had to be part of the 12-man Arrows. So they wanted to take advantage of Lentole. So which is something if it's your home game, you need to take advantage and know what works best maybe for Nina. Yeah, for my opponent against so you look at the strategy behind them taking the game with Chatsworth. Chatsworth surface doesn't allow the type of football Sundowns idlalayo, and it whereas kwaba no moya kwaba nemvula futhi, so it became problematic for Sundowns because of from inside the Sundowns you check they fielded the team in you bengadlali for the past 3 matches, so it meant it was a new team and going up against a team from we Arrows. They've been fielding the same team for the past. The only change so they've been fielding the same team for the past. I think since the beginning of yes. So they've been fielding so it meant in terms of sharpness, the Arrows we're gonna be better in terms of sharpness as compared to Sundowns.
Yeah.
Because of you can see Sundowns they took some time we mode the game. And then you also feel with the Arrows where my favor, my favor, they could have taken advantage of a situation because of Mabangena approach was to develop. We are going to press them high and not allow them space, which they 6 minutes they got that goal. Because of a momentary transition, Sundowns is a team that builds up and push my players Pambili. So Arrows took advantage of the situation. It was a goal. So from there onwards, you thought maybe they were going to continue that way and maybe and try to score more good part for one. That was the aim of the game for one. I know going to shut the back door. So second half, my say booyah. It meant with my Sundowns now they are being helped by Umoya Manje. So it meant they needed to capitalize the situation. So how do you capitalize? You need to make sure you create a shooting opportunity. Of Arrows now they stayed at the back, low blockade defense. So they made sure they buy Valama pockets and by Sundowns Yawashama pockets. So Sundowns so it okay. They started in a substitute Kamudiba. Let's have Mudiba again maybe from Barong Fute the left back Arrows ngoba bebangakhona ukungena ngaku right back ngoba uDube bekavalile lapha bekavalile ngakulakhe ngale, so they were not getting ama crosses, so they changed bafaka Mudiba ukuthi at least athola ama in swinger hoping ukuthi obviously situation yaba favor umoya uya lapha. They blocked the situation. Foot Arrows they dealt better nayo. Then the only time is Sundowns iqaliba nama opportunities. That's when kungena Kutumela is stretched, he filled right wayo haki line kahle, then he started making ama inroads ama crosses, so they were boss that
knew who he was looking for.
yes, he knew who he was looking for because of now it meant with my segundo Safranco, so which I felt he needs to try and understand his players because of he's got quality players around him who can supply. He needs to make sure that he gets to the end of whatever ball lapaya. So a timing and understanding it needs to be there. So but I still feel Arrows could have maybe continued the way they started. Maybe this for the most of the first half, maybe they could have maybe gotten maybe another goal, have a 2-0 over a 1 lead. It's played on our 2 legs, so you can't plan for a 1 leg. So okay, go and kule leg le senza kanje seskorile bayabuya bayohlalela emuva ngoba it's I mean it's your home advantage. Take full advantage of it. So because of if maybe they had put maybe for a second goal, maybe we 2-0, maybe we could be talking something different. So them sitting at the back, it meant they were inviting Sundowns. So okay, try on our situation, try on our situation up until you come up with a solution. And at the end, Sundowns came up with a solution because if you look at the ball, they variated. And I felt good maybe a goal it was going to come maybe in a form of a set place because of a win or of Umoya, because of our corners. You can tell our corners what they were.
Grant Kekana should have scored.
Grant Kekana, I mean, nje ayifake nje. Ayifake nje. Ayifake nje but he missed it. But I felt good it game it was heading towards a draw, and it really felt good nje yogcina nge-draw vele ngoba both teams they couldn't take advantage of weather condition.
All right. Of course, Sundowns with their away goal are in an advantage. If you are in a technical team, what do you say? It's actually very nice. Defender and striker. But if you are part of that technical team, I suppose, look, they were trying to steal something from this game.
Yeah.
Even like what you were saying, putting them in that stadium, and then the gods were with them because it was raining and it was windy, so it was not conducive to play. But now, second leg, you know Sundowns are going to play. You know Banzima, you are going to be chasing Sundowns for the most part of that game. What do you say, what do you do as a member of your technical team, your Arrows? Do you open it up a little bit more, or do you go and approach it and looking for something, no a free kick, no a corner or something? How do you approach it the second leg?
Yeah, because of that's what we thought. Because of both teams they are good, like advertisement in South African football. This is how we're supposed to be playing. So to your surprise, with the Arrows namhlanje, I feel good to score because normally they play good quality football. So I felt good to be a game interesting, but maybe bakore early, maybe it could have been something else. Maybe bakore early. Yeah. So because of after I got to Kora, automatically change I mean set up my tactics change. They applied the low block defense but first half in the Sundowns doesn't create anything, so going towards a second leg, I mean the approach is simple. We need to come out of our blocks and go and try and conjure something up. So it means they need to come out and play. So how do you play? You need to make sure the way maybe they started the game, put on a high press. It's sometimes in the way you're going to hold back and hope for a transition, but the odds are against them. Because if it's 1-1, Sundowns 0-0, Sundowns they go through. Yeah. So it means Arrows they need to come out of their blocks and try and score. So they need a goal. So it means they need to take the game to Sundowns. So and also again, if you going to take a game to Sundowns, you also inviting yourself to be killed because of so I feel good Arrows they need to have a balanced approach going towards that match. They need to have a balanced approach, have maybe the system that they normally use, maybe your 4, your 3, because of they've got a good midfield. They have Ndwandwe, Nabo no Moody, and also again no Moody. You'll feel good him going out. Also, it had they missed him because of he's one influential player with creative sparks. On their left hand side, there was nothing happening, and you felt good. Maybe Usbi and I maybe could have went in and maybe try something because of Usbi and I is a midfielder who can take players on. So that's my approach. Have your Moody, have your Sibia, Mutizwa, then have your Abondwando, Nabo Kongola, immediately battle it out, Nabo midfielder Sundowns, have your stable 4. Take the game to Sundowns. I mean, it's a cup game. If you don't go out of your blocks, then you still lose the game. So they need to come out and go and play. They need to go out and play.
Right, there you go. That was very interesting to say the least, because early goal and of course wind and the pitch and the team that was expected to win was trailing from the 6th minute. So it became an interesting game. You know, when you're watching a gangster movie, you want to find out who is steering board and you're trying to see how is this movie going to end, as opposed to about 0-0 that we've been subjected to. It's like you just here, you are watching, when is this ending? This was intriguing at the very least, and well done to the players, at least for making it interesting, especially from a Sundowns side, because they tried to play throughout the game and they eventually got the goal. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, sponsored by World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.